In just a few minutes, small business owners can now sign up for Blackfoot Communication Services. Whether it's dependable voice options or internet services, sign up simply by visiting blackfootsmallbusiness.com. Click on the services you wish, select an installation time and date, and you're done. Small business services at the touch of your fingers. Connect to more with Blackfoot Communications and blackfootsmallbusiness.com.
All right, welcome to the now week 3 press conference. We've got Malik Flowers with us and Robby Hauck. Officially, Robby needs 14 more tackles to break the school's all-time career tackle record, and of course, Coach Hauck. So, Coach, we'll start with your thoughts on headed to Indiana State, Montana's first road game of the year.
Okay, sorry about the attire. I'll be back in the t-shirt next week. So I feel like we have to overdress for this thing. We're excited to go on the road this week. Try to get to 3-0. It'd be a great start to our season if we can come up with a win. This is a tough trip logistically. Just Terre Haute's not the easiest place to get to, so we've got to have a little experience going that direction, and quite a few of our players have done that. So hopefully that'll pay off. Indiana State's they're a good team. They're big up front on both sides of the ball. They're hard to move. Good special teams units. I like what they're doing in the kicking game. I think it'll be a real challenge in terms of a road game against a big physical opponent. They want to control the game on both sides of the line of scrimmage up front, and I think that's where the game's going to play out and be won or lost. And Coach Mallory does a terrific job. So there we go, new week, and we're excited to get going.
Questions?
Kick it off with a question. Everyone's wondering what's the occasion for the tie and the red shirt.
Funeral to go to.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Ultimately, Bobby, when you mentioned the logistics of the press conference, or not the press conference, getting to Terre Haute, but obviously the weather right now is kind of not cooperating either with all the smoke. I mean, does that affect the way you guys kind of prep this week as far as, practice or anything like that?
I don't think so, but I mean that all goes back to our medical staff. So we'll see. It didn't look too bad out there.
Have you ever had experiences, I guess, in the past coaching year, whether your first and your latest one, where smoke has been, a factor you guys have to weigh, kind of especially early on in the season?
Yeah, I think every year almost. I mean, this was the first year where we didn't have any during the volcano that I can remember.
Between the opener and this last week, what did you like that your team improved on, and what are some of the things you'd like to sharpen now going into week 3?
Well, I don't know if there's anything in particular to sharpen. We just want to keep playing better, more efficiently, execute better. Again, we're all striving individually and collectively to play perfectly, and we haven't obtained that, but I thought our guys played well. All 3 phases, I thought it was pretty good.
And Robby, similar question. What do you like about what you guys are doing defensively, and where are areas do you think you can improve?
Well, I'd say it's down to the foundation of our defense of just playing hard, physical, and running to the ball. Kind of like Coach mentioned, just continue to execute and improve everything that we do. And I enjoy suiting up with 10 other guys out on the field on Saturdays, and I'm excited to get back out there next weekend.
Malik, what have you liked about the offense so far, and what have you thought of the addition of Lucas Johnson? It seems like you guys are pretty comfortable with him already.
I feel real good with the offense so far. I feel like we've been getting out the gate pretty fast, getting to our stuff pretty cleanly. There's always some things that we could tighten up, but that just comes from like a week-to-week basis. So as far as having Lucas back there, it's dope to have some seniority or just a guy who's had that experience and been around a few places. So I think he brings a good set of skills to our offense, and you can see how that's been playing out. So definitely you could tighten up some things here and there, but as far as the offense so far, I feel like we've been able to do well.
Bob, you said the logistical challenges with this trip. Just what are those specific challenges, and how do you guys plan to go about preparing for that or for handling that before and on the trip?
Yeah, well, we'll do what we always do. We're consistent on how we travel, and we actually try to keep it as consistent as we can with our home schedule. Like we have to fly. Excuse me. We have to fly into Indianapolis and stay there, and bus out to Indiana State. So it's just not a simple trip.
For Robby and Malik, for both you guys, how big of a benefit is it getting to play 2 home games to start the year before you have to go on the road, as opposed to opening up the season on the road?
It's fun. Playing home games are fun. I don't know if there's like a bigger benefit to be playing at home than on the road, because it's kind of like Coach just touched on. We try to mirror our weekly process each week, whether we're on the road or home. Home games are fun. Obviously, we get to play in front of our great fans and families, but I wouldn't say that it's a major difference between playing on the road.
Yeah, I agree exactly with what you said. Personally, I do like playing in front of our fans, just our stadium, how loud it is, the fans.
Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any town pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
I like playing the home games early, just to see the fans let them know that we're ready to play ball. So it's been good. Like Robby said, I don't think it adds the extra benefit. We prepare the same every week, so it's nice.
Bobby, regarding the running backs, it wasn't often last year that you had Marcus, Nick, and Xavier all healthy. What's your evaluation been of them as a unit through 2 games?
That was a never last year, by the way, not often. I think they've done a good job. I think it's been good for everybody to roll them through. Anytime you got competition in a position where you've got 3 guys trying to be the first teamer, enhances the level of play and the urgency, so that's been good.
And is there anything in particular, one way or the other, that you'd like to see them either continue improving upon, or one thing that stood out to you in a good way through 2 weeks from their group?
Well, they're taking care of the ball, and that's terrific. And I'm always hopeful that our protection will continue to get better.
Malik, just from your perspective on offense, has this been one of the more creative offenses you think you've ever played in? Either your time here or any time, just seeing what you guys are kind of doing, especially in the run game?
I wouldn't say the most creative, but I do feel like as an offense we have a lot of tools. And we have a lot of guys who could go out there and make plays, explosive plays. Guys could get open and just make plays every time the ball's in their hands. So we just got to do a good job of getting the ball to the playmakers and making a play when the ball comes our way or when we have the opportunity to do so.
Then Robby, from your perspective on defense, obviously the hot start for you guys, how much of that is just all that experience back in you guys, as opposed to, you kind of just hitting ground running this year as opposed to anything you might have been learning last year, getting back in the swing of things?
Yeah, having a veteran group on defense definitely is an advantage going into the first few games of the season. But, kind of touching on your last question about all the different things that we see in practice or all through fall camp from the offense, that also prepares us as well. Getting going into each game week. Those guys on the other side do a great job in putting us in uncomfortable positions to better us as players.
Robby, have you ever been to Indiana?
I have not. I'm looking forward to it. It's another one to check off the list. So.
How about you, Malik? Have you ever been to Indiana?
I haven't been to many places. So it's not one for me.
Coach, have you ever coached a game in Indiana?
No, I've not. I've been to the state a few times for different things, recruiting and meetings and such, but no, I haven't been to a coaching game there.
When you look at Indiana State, though, last time I watched them was several years ago, but they like to really run the ball. Is that still a trademark of their offense?
Yeah, they're going to want to run it. They also, my perception is they want balance, so it's not like they won't throw it or can't throw it. I think they want balance, but they're going to run the ball.
And just a question for you personally. What were you doing in 1979? And did you...
I wasn't born yet.
Because Indiana State's most famously...
I'm going to see the statue while I'm there.
Yeah, sure. I mean, obviously Larry Bird and Indiana State, and that national championship game, that's what they're most famously known for. So do you have any memories? Did you watch that basketball game?
I watched it. I don't remember. I'm sure I was at my parents' house. But, yeah, I watched it. Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird for the first time. It's probably pretty good.
I guess for all you guys, if you've never been to the state of Indiana before, when you hear Indiana, what are the first things you think of?
I think of the Colts. Yeah, flying into Indianapolis, pretty cool.
Kind of got the same idea as well.
Eye-watering shrimp cocktail at St. Elmo's. Right, Wig? I've all had it. My best. My favorite.
Malik, I'm working on a senior feature at Mitch Roberts. Can you just touch on what he's added to the wide receiver room over the years?
Mitch?
Yeah.
Oh, Mitch is a great guy, great player, and like very reliable. And he's a good person to have in just our offense and particularly our receiver room because we do have some younger guys in there. So he definitely brings in that leadership, having the experience that he does on the field. So it's great to be out there with him and suit up with him. And he's just a great person overall.
And Malik, just regarding Lucas, how have you kind of seen him grow from when he came in from spring ball to where it is now? What's it been like to kind of train with him in the offseason and now see you guys start to put drives together the way you have?
It's actually been nice to see him progress. When you first came in here, just getting your feet wet or just finding your way into a new offense can be very difficult. But I feel like with our coaches and just the way we do things here, it's made it a little bit easier on him. So after we got through summer and he got comfortable in the scheme and fall camp with everything, it's nice just seeing it all come together, put together some drives in the game and go score. So it's been nice to see.
Come on.
Malik, I was just curious, you had a tackle this week, and obviously you play on the punt team, you tackle people. Do you think because you're such a good returner, it helps you play better coverage defense when you punt defense?
Yes and no. I think it just comes down to just wanting to make a play every time you're out there on the field, no matter what position it's at. So I kind of just take that approach to everything, whether it's me out there catching the pass or I got to get the defender down on punt. So I just kind of take the same approach to each thing.
Kind of piggyback off culture a little bit, although I feel like Zach should ask this as the Boston guy. When you guys think of Larry Bird, just kind of the competitor he is, I don't know if you guys are basketball fans at all, but for the three of you, just what do you think of when you think of kind of what he stands for as a competitor?
I don't know if the guys in the locker room are old enough to know who Larry Bird is.
It's not that long ago.
I mean, he's retired before they were born, though, right?
Yeah.
He's been a coach
Did
and a GM.
either of you ever see Larry Bird play basketball?
Highlights.
But not highlights.
No, not live, no.
He's all-time great, right? We see highlights everywhere.
He's one of them.
He's one of them. These guys have never seen him play. I saw him play. Always a favorite.
In just a few minutes, small business owners can now sign up for Blackfoot Communication Services. Whether it's dependable voice options or internet services, sign up simply by visiting blackfootsmallbusiness.com. Click on the services you wish, select an installation time and date, and you're done. Small business services at the touch of your fingers. Connect to more with Blackfoot Communications and blackfootsmallbusiness.com.